Hello, guys. Welcome to today's unique interview. And today we'll discuss such a unique question as do spiritual laws affect non-believers? This question will be answered by an regressologist, subliminal maker, amazing, inspiring woman who knows what energy is, Elizabeth Kakun. Hello.
Hello.
And let's get to some simple questions at first. How would you explain by simple words to someone who says, I don't believe in anything spiritual, the word spirituality?
Okay, the word spirituality I would like to explain as something that you live on everyday basis, because I would like not to separate spirituality from the life which we live on every day. Like everything what you do, it's spiritual. It could be spiritual. Why? Because um that's esoteric topic and so on, but we belong to something higher. And I think that um, when we try to seek spirituality somewhere far away from ourselves, we just separate ourselves from the real source. So spirituality, I would like to explain as just living life in that moment and understand that you belong to something higher and you try to not seek that higher. You just know it's inside of you. So maybe if I try to make it more simpler, probably I would like spirituality. I would like to call spirituality as something as be in that moment with yourself consciously.
Thank you. Well, do you think that spiritual laws, as I call it, require some kind of a believing in them to work, or sometimes it work regardless believing in something to people? Because many people say it's just a projection of our brain, and when you believe in it, it works.
I would like to agree with people because it's actually projections of our thoughts on everything. What I mean by that is that, for example, when you think about something bad, you will see everything as something bad. When you think about something good, you will project the good things on others, on everything. But there are some negative consequences from that actions. Why? Because at the same time, when you understand that you project the world, you can just others lose others. I mean by their personalities, their characters. You can just project everything on the world and lose yourself in your own projections. So yeah, we project everything on this world, and it's important to understand that your thoughts, it's not just um, what you should definitely believe in. At the
Yeah.
same time, it could be the truth, but the truth is not the deeper kind of truth which are not we are not able to explain it with the words. So at the same time, we have something good and something bad. So everyone can find their own projections in which they want to live.
Yeah. So, in your opinion, can a person be deeply spiritual? I mean, living really consciously, yeah, but without believing and even knowing like believing in God, believing in karma or energy, is it, or it's just like feeling something inside good? I don't know, like as you told about projections. So it's
Um,
possible.
it's definitely possible. You don't have to find like in Buddhism, people would like to separate their projections on even gods. So we all know someone who we call Buddha, but at the same time, Buddha is not one person. Buddha is just avatar, I mean body, which decided to be more conscious about their actions. And the whole point of the story of Buddha is just when you understand that you don't have to go on something good or bad, you just have to be on the, how it called? I don't remember how it goes in English, like middle way. Yeah, middle way. You just have to go with the middle way and not try to run onto something black or white. No, you just go with the middle way and understand that everything which we have in this world is okay to have. So your question was about, do we have to believe in something exactly? We don't have to. We just have to understand that what my actions brings to the world. When you understand what you do in this world, what you do people with you nearby if you become more happier? Do
Mm.
you do that? And when people try to think about that and do things which brings happiness, it's much more important than go on every day to some church or temple and so on.
Yeah, thank you. So, in your life, by your whole experience that you went through, as I know, you've been doing it like for 4 years. You were in this all area, and have you ever had a doubt? Like maybe before that, when you thought, "Oh, it's all bullshit. I don't believe in it. I will never believe in it." Have you ever had anything like that?
Yeah, I definitely had this, and usually such thoughts can be in the most triggering situation inside of yourself when you understand at the same time that you like it's a part sorry it's a part of spirituality when you live with just very happily, very just light. You don't have to think about anything. On the next day, some your no, not someone, your mom
Hmm.
do something which you don't like, so the triggers comes up, and you have to deal with them. But you're spiritual and you know everything. Like it's very weird that you are have to work with something like that. It's part of the ego, actually. It's part of the game inside of you. And in such situation, you see how you can just let everything go, and it seems like you are go to the bottom inside of you, so you
Hmm.
don't think about something higher, something good qualities and so on. You just go to the bottom inside of yourself and understand, oh my god, yeah, it's me, it's also me. So shadow work probably can bring you the thoughts of that I like what I'm doing, am I actually on the right path and so on. But it's important to, as I said, middle way. You are going through this life differently, and everything, as I said, should be in that life. So all experience which you are having is important, and you don't have to push yourself out of spirituality and not spiritual life, because spirituality is everywhere. When you can find in bad situation how to deal with them, it's also spirituality. You don't have to go on tarot readings and see, am I good person, am I bad, do I have to, what I have to do in such situation. No, it's not working like that. You just have to find inside of yourself the way how you can deal with everything like you would not like to deal with.
So, according to, I would say it's like a trend now. Yeah, there are so many people who are actually trying to get into the trend of spirituality. And what do you think of those people who reject it? What actually like affect people do not believe in it? Like, I mean, especially some men, they're trying to think like, oh, I don't believe in magic. What do you think exactly is something that pushes away people from this topic?
I think um, it's when your words are not matching with your actions. So usually, people are able to speak in a very eloquent way, about spirituality, about everything. I have been in India and I have been in the place where I would not call this a beautiful, inspiring place, but I have been feeling energies there much more intense than I also been in the place where everything is beautiful, but it's not really belongs to what they follow. And I think usually people turned off from seeing that you're not really go with what you're not following what you are try to speak and what you're trying to say to others. So I think that's the biggest turned off.
Yeah, thank you. So, if we talk about like pushing away in the trends, I think you have so many clients and people who came to you like to ask for help or something. And were there any people who came to you who were skeptic and they were trying to like I don't know, to check what you can do if it's gonna work, but of course maybe they change their perspective later.
Um, Most of my clients, they don't have thoughts like that. But sometimes, yeah, people are not really into spirituality, but they need to find answers. So they try to find different people who can help them. And sometimes the latest station will be someone who belongs to the spirituality. So yeah, as a tarot reader, as a past life regression therapist, sometimes people can uh, can come to me and say that I don't know will it work or not, but I would like to try. The most important is that they would like to try. I also not able to like definitely say to them it will definitely work on you because it's important to have some kind of energetical level where you can embrace the energy, where you can understand something more deeper than you think about yourself. But even when they come with such thoughts, usually they get what they want. At least some answers and so on. Sometimes they just really need to be heard. I mean, I have to listen to them, and it's enough for them. Not sometimes just dealing with their questions. Sometimes people need just good attitude from someone.
So sometimes they try to find a psychologist rather than someone
Yeah, yeah.
who needs to get them questions. Yeah. And let's talk about your way because I know that you've been through so many things, and sometimes I get to know myself because of that, especially of chicken pox. I know you told that you had chicken pox, and that became the reason why you. And by the way, I would like to mention that in the May I also had chicken pox, and there, as you see, I have a scar from that right there, and so what became your um, start to, it's like a simple question, yeah, the main reason for your development, for your inner development, and trying to dive deep in that topic to get something more for yourself. Was it the same event, your sickness, or was it also something else?
It was because of the sickness, because when I got that sickness, I firstly understand that I really appreciate the body. I feel appreciation for my body that can deal with such bad, not comfortable conditions. And I've understood that my attitude to the body was not really nice because um, I wasn't really aware how it is important to appreciate what you have in the moment. As maybe you have seen or not, I have been told that. Um, I didn't appreciate before this chicken pox. I didn't appreciate life, and after, in the moment when it was the peak of this sickness, I've understood that I really, really appreciate the God, the universe, just to be that I'm able to be healthy. And after that, I decided to seek more information, to look up to for more information about psychology. Actually, I started from psychology, and then I find yoga teacher on YouTube, meditation, and that's how it was.
So can we call it like you wanted to find a way how to be grateful for what you have, yeah? Like to make better impact for the world. I think so. Like,
I guess, yeah, but at the same time, I wanted to change my how I wanted to change my projection on the life because
mm.
I didn't really see that life is a blessing. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that.
Let's talk about your traveling. You've been to Nepal, yeah, and
Yeah.
India. So, uh, was it something like didn't significantly change your um, understanding of this whole spirituality? Did you change like your routine or your beliefs? Because I have a friend from India, and I also had an interview with him, and he told me in India everything is perfect. We are great people. We have great like places. Everything is the best. Yeah. And then my teacher told me, oh, like it can be that good. Yeah. And I know that you were the only person that could tell me the truth. So how many things were true about stereotypes? Like,
Um, I don't like stereotypes about that India, about India, and actually, I personally right now I'm in Ukraine, and when people are saying that India is very dirty, people are there dirty, they're like pigs and so on. No, guys, sorry, they're much more um, kind, helpful. Um, Sincere with at least it was of course maybe because I just a traveler and so on, but they was really really nice with me, and I have seen their attitude to others. They have a really nice no, this kind of bonds. Yeah, they like family bonds. They don't want to separate from each other, and it's not what I'm seeing here, for example. Because here in Europe, people are more separate from each other. There, people are really also appreciate how do they are able to spend time together and so on. Of course, it's different. Of course, everything is. Depends on situation and yeah, but what's important and what I bring from the India is that kind of just I don't know, happiness, kindness, which they have. They are not. Sometimes they live in a even worse situations than we are having even right now in Ukraine, but that they are not seeing in you someone who are not deserve something or you are a bad person. They just no, they are open to you. Openness is very very nice trait which I have seen in India. And what practices did I bring? I bring on everyday basis. There is one word which is called sadhana. That's a practice where you in India it's a bit different, but I imply into my routine. So sadhana,
um,
when you read some sacral texts and meditate on some deities. So we have, for example, 7 days per week, and on Monday I meditate on Shiva, for example. On Wednesday I meditate on some other gods, and I bring it from the India because I have been living in an Indian family. They belong themselves to the they have how to. So different level of society. I don't know.
Caste.
Yes,
Castes.
yes, they do have that still. They do have that, but it's not that like they separate themselves from someone who needs help, for example. It's not like that. So I lived in the family who belong themselves to the caste of Brahmans. Yes, so the highest one. And I was able to observe some unique rituals. You will not find it, I don't know where, you will not just find it in some books or internet and so on. I have been able to observe that because the father of the family, actually this family from my friend who also from India, but he lives in Europe, and I've been lucky to live with his family. So yeah, his father I don't know if it's true or not, but he has seen my energy. He have read my Vedic astrology chart and said, "You are a very wise person. I would like to help you with everything what you need and so on." And he was very open to me, and of course, it's really I like to to feel that that's true. And sometimes he take me to go with him to some rituals. Why to go with him? Because he, as a Brahman, it's like uh, like священник.
Priest.
Yeah,
Like a
right.
priest.
He like a priest because he can do some work like blessing someone or do some rituals which will on special days to people and even to their home. People came from some other homes and they sitting around him. He can do everything like that. I have some videos of his actions, and yeah. So he do sadhana on every day, and I decided why I can do this also at home. Of course, I'm not doing it actually like he did, but I do my best.
Yeah. I have also a question also about these religions. Is there any like ideas from Buddhism or Hinduism that can be valuable even for atheists or those people who don't believe in anything? Is there something that would work for them? Like they would still think it's something that they should believe in also, like
Of
some
course,
ideas.
be kind. Value value love. I don't know, like value people's life, bring happiness, and serve to the world. Just simple Buddhist rules. It's just the most simple Buddhist rules, and I have been observing that in my Nepal trip because I've been there alone. I gone there completely alone. I went there completely alone, and I didn't know anywhere from the Nepal. But at the moment, I have I don't know maybe 50 plus numbers of people who decided to meet me, who decided to, I don't know, just spend time with me. They're very open. Like, I have been going to the temple, and some old couple came to me and decided to ask who I am, and so on and so on. And after some conversation, small talk, they said, "Would you like to go with us to our home? It's completely okay for the Nepal." And I, of course, said, "Yeah, of course. I expect to see some small, small house. They don't have some big high towers, just small house. I expect to see that." But they have a car, and I see four, how just to say, four четырехэтажный
Or floor
Yeah,
building.
floor house, and it's actually the owner. So this granny, he has this as because he's an architect, and he built it for his children's, but they go somewhere out of Nepal. And he said to me, next time when you will came to Nepal, I would like to see you here. You can live here, no problem. It's so
Mhm.
easy there.
Also, I would like to ask you, you know that there is some kind of thing people say that some impactful people like billionaires like I don't know Elon Musk or somebody who's maybe government doesn't matter, all of them have their own like spiritual person who help them to do all this stuff, and do you think it's something like true? Because it's something really interesting that even those serious people might be believing in such things and might be feeling like insecurity, you know, maybe.
Mm, I think you mean that such people, while they having such like someone from spiritual, they're insecure, or what do you mean?
Yeah, I mean those people who are, for example, let's take Putin. Yeah, he has. Some people say like he has thousands of shaman. I don't know what it's called. Like, and all of them defend him on energy level because he's scared of cursing from Ukrainian people. You know, Borcha and all this stuff. And do you think it's true?
I really think that people like that, some of them definitely have someone who can protect them on energy level. And I personally know some people in Ukraine who are strong. I mean, strong in a politician way, and they do have like their own at least tarot readers they do
Mhm.
have. So I don't think it's because of insecurities. I think it's because of such people can see how do energy really works, because if they have some kind of such a big ability to control the country or to make some decisions which will impact the world, they have to understand at least something about energy. And they when they understand this, they will not play in such field. They would like to, at least if they're not non-believers, they would like to, okay, let it be.
Yeah, I agree with you. In Ukrainian culture, you know, we have those concept of the evil eye. You know,
Yeah.
when, for example, when you were little, you went to some kind of a wedding and you were good looking, and then you get headache and you get fever and just terrible things, and then your grandma does some kind of a ritual and it works somehow. Yeah, so it's very common in Ukraine. And how would you explain it? Is it something also an impact of energy from evil people, or because of jealousy? Like, how would you explain it to someone who doesn't believe in mysticism, you know, in magic? You think it's also something about energy?
um sorry, I would like to explain the levels of how do our world works. Like for example, we have a physician world, like everything what I can see, like everything what I can touch, we can call it as a physical world. But at the same time, right now I can feel something. You will not see that, but you can also feel that. So we have another one level. I would call it, I know, energetical level, and probably we have a lot of other levels of how do we perceive the world. About evil eye, someone, for example, who has jealousy, um, they're not just simply yeah, they do project in that. Okay, let's be honest with that. Such people usually project that, and they like looking at you and thinking about something. As actually all of us can connect with everyone. I can feel you if I would like to, really. I could feel everything what you can feel, and you can do the same. And we subconsciously know everything already about each other. Maybe is it the first time I see you here, but I have already know everything about you, and you know everything about me, because that's interesting field in psychology to explore. But because we just see that as um, I know something are going there, but I'm not really into the focus or what my neighbors do. If I would like to, I don't know. I don't know. I can go to my meditation. Can go to the meditation, see, maybe feel something, and so on. So, as much as you become empathetic to the world, you probably can just um, like be clingy to different energies, and it it doesn't matter which energy did you just put into yourself. You just put some bad energy, if we call it bad, and this kind of person just decided, which one who put it inside of yourself, it decided to make it worse, because he started thinking about that. If someone with a strong field, who are very confident in himself, who are very like he knows that everything will be okay, you are jealous to me. Great, great. You give me energy, you give me attention, then I will be more successful. That's the way of thinking. So the evil eye actually works as something which you decided to put inside of yourself, and think about it. Is it good or bad? If you think that is bad, you will be like, if you think that you will get hurt or you will get sick tomorrow, you will get definitely sick tomorrow if you would like to. How do, for example, grandmother do some ritual, and you are become, and you feel something different after the ritual, probably because the grandmother has some authority, so you just expect from her to have this. And not only because of that, of course energy works, and we have a lot of energy which we are not able to really perceive, and they do exist in this world. It's not only about the psychological tricks, no, but on psychological level I would like to explain it like that. But on spiritual level, I would definitely say that her energy, the way that she, I don't know, for example, people who live more than 60 years, they, of course, they just observe a lot of experience, and they can handle that, because their energy level could be much more bigger than in, I don't know, small child. Depends, of course, on the child, but anyway. And she just have an authority, so she can imply that kind of energy. She just put it on the on the children, and children become really protected from anything like that. It's, different levels of perception. On a physical level, I would like to say nothing works there. You did not do anything. But on spiritual level, I would like to say, yeah, I felt and I see and I know it works with spirits. A lot of spirits came and everything like that works. So, to sum up, I think it's important to have a really strong energy field and work on different levels of our world. And for some people, you can use just physical world, and for other, you can just explain everything on spiritual level.
Yep. Thank you. When we talk about health, I would ask you about chakras. When, of course, like we have seven chakras, yeah, that combined are in a kundalini, like a spine. And so you think like let's take just one chakra for example. Would you say it's like a symbolic name, yeah? Like symbolic center, or it's something from made from energy? You get, for example, in the straw like uh, Vishuddha. Yeah, for example, you have it like a symbol. You feel it like a symbol of the energy that you express, or we could say it's something like energy itself, so that speaks to like for you, you know. Mm,
Mm,
how
I
would
would,
you?
yeah, I would like to call it as energy. Yeah, it also belongs to this kind of ideas that on a physical level we don't have chakras, because if you if you ask the pathologoanatom, I don't know how to in English. Do you know?
I don't know, maybe I will write some kind of
Okay,
a
so
name.
the person who works with dead bodies, if
Yeah.
we ask, if we ask that kind of person, did you really see chakra, saw any chakras? He would say, no, sorry, I didn't. And on physical level, you would not see that. But it's because of, also we can go to the Buddhism. Why? How could they explain it? It's because of the illusions which you see and really believe in such physical work, because you will not see anything inside of that, because it's much more deeper, not deeper, it's much more thinner. It's very, very thin energies which people only can feel or embrace when they work enough with themselves.
So they're
And
like a different frequency. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, different frequencies. So on the bottom, you will not see anything, but on the higher frequencies, you can see a lot of things.
You were also, you made like, I don't know, hundreds of subliminals. That's really impressing, actually. Um, so I have personal questions, like about subliminal. Are they more connected to our subconsciousness only, or it's also something on energy level, as you say? Like it only works because of our because we feel, yeah, because we feel that it's gonna work and it's gonna work, yeah, or we also feel it like we turn on the music and some kind of energy is spreading through all the room and you feel also it. What would you say?
It works in both ways, because I have enough experience to make it not just a video with a good sounds and some kind of words which will work on your subconscious. Um, I know how to do that, and to make it more powerful than you can think, and so on. So yeah, also uh, different perceptions on psychological level. It will work only on your subconscious. If we go higher on higher frequencies, it will not. But will you be able to perceive such frequencies? Sometimes people are not able to perceive that, and that's okay, because their level of perception are not that big as someone who practices yoga, meditation, and other spiritual stuff. So both ways. I work personally on both ways.
Okay, also let's a question about the loss of energy, everything in one. Um, is it like a question sounds like, do you see the loss of energy as something magical, or rather as physical loss of nature that simply not widely discussed and not fully like the science can measure it? Yeah, it's maybe it's also something physical, but um we don't have those opportunities to measure it because the frequency is so much thin that we can't even reach it somehow, like nothing. Yeah, maybe that's the reason that people do not believe in it, because it's not like there is no true evidence beside people's minds, you know.
Yeah,
So do you agree with that?
I think yes. When people will try to really understand how this world works, a lot of negative reactions could be in them. At least they can fear a lot. They understand that everything what they do, it's not important at all. Nothing is important. Nothing is important. We just find this importance in our actions, and that's all. But energies, it's like a Bluetooth. You know it works, but you don't know how, and you just
Yeah.
believe it will work. So the similar to Bluetooth, energies are working.
And I have the last really very interesting question. Like that's why it's the last one. What do you think would happen if all people on the whole Earth, like 8 billion, would started living with those, for example, like follow their middle way, as you said, like be kind and all the stuff. How would world change? Like, would everyone become vegans or something? What?
Um, that's the dream of Buddhist people. uh, but I don't think that people all around the world are able to live in such conditions. First of all, because it means that you have to cut off a lot of your own insecurities, a lot of your own problems, and you know what's interesting. And when you cut off all of that, part of the mainly part of life which was important to you, become not important. You understand that you just playing around all of that, and what do you have to do with other stuff? So we came here on this earth, in my opinion, to experience all reactions, all situations. I mean, not all situation, but the situation inside of yourself, at least. I mean, some of your shadows, not shadows, the most um, amazing parts of you, the less amazing parts of you, and everything which you are able to perceive, it just it's just you. What's important people to understand that everything which you have inside of yourself, it's you. It's simply you. You don't have to push it away from yourself. You don't have to um, force yourself to be I have to be a good girl or a good boy. No, you don't have to. You just have to understand what is inside of yourself and live with that, and see how can I work with such energies. For example, uh, be angry is not bad, but when you are projecting your anger on someone who are not like did you anything, that's the point where you have to work with your triggers and understand what's wrong with you. Why did I did that? But at the same time, you don't have to find yourself as someone bad in such situation. Like people, what I would like to say, people have to be more kind to each other. That's the most important thing. Just because we all came to this world, we all came to this samsara, and everything is just go around. Everything just changes. So something will change tomorrow. Something will change. I don't know, 5 years from this moment. But it's just important to stay with open and kind heart to yourself and to the people who also understand you, and not trying to do something wrong with you. But at the same time, as I said, we have some energies like anger, where we have to um, sometimes find the will inside of ourselves to say to someone that sorry, you don't I'm not allowing you to speak to me in such way. Like you can use your anger in situations where people will not understand you from the world of kindness, because it's another one level. And all of such levels, anger, I don't know, sadness, happiness, love, and so on, all of that we have inside of ourselves. We just have to live and try to understand all of such emotions as states of our mind, and understand how we can use them without getting hurt other people. But we will definitely get hurt other people just because we have to understand how does it work. That's how it works. That's how this world works, unfortunately or fortunately.
Yeah, so the world is full of reactions.
Yeah.
So that's why we live here, because we have to experience it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You really you talk everything so interesting. I hope people will enjoy everything and will have something good for them at all. Maybe someone will become Buddhist, who knows? Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, Buddha will bless me if I
Yeah.
bring someone to him in a such way.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.